What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Big Blue in the Bronx back again. Hope you guys are doing well. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification button on so you get notified when a live stream pops or a video drops. Hope you guys are doing well. As I said, the Yankees, they won the series against the Astros despite losing the last game. I know I haven't been so active here on YouTube, but I got some stuff coming up, and obviously that will be on the channel. I'll have a Giants video probably out tomorrow or Sunday in relations to this new Aaron Rodgers rumor. Knowing that it's coming from this channel, you probably shouldn't expect that I would want to trade for Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying that right now. So in this video, let's talk about the Astros versus the Yankees. So we're going to pull up the notes that I took during the series and obviously the box score. So with that being said, let's go right into it. Electric energy at Yankee Stadium. Now, I know some Astros fans will probably say that wasn't electric. It was more like taunting and heckling. The MLB knew, and specifically Rob Manfred, that if they didn't punish them correctly, or at least in a harsh way for cheating, that the fans were going to come back and start heckling them. And Angels fans, they did a pretty decent job of the heckling. But there is no comparison to Yankee fans on that spectrum. The Yankee fans obviously chanted, "Fuck Altuve, fuck Correa," and I don't have a problem with that if you're not throwing stuff. They didn't throw stuff like they did the one game, I think it was against the Rays. Don't have a problem with that. You know, the fans, you want to complain about Yankee fans and talk about how toxic they are, take a trip to Philly. I mean, you know, Philly fans are they're just bad. They are really bad. You know, you're yelling at us and saying, "Oh, we're bad for saying words." They literally eat horse shit, beat up police horses, and do a bunch of other things. You could literally look it up. It's like looking up Florida man in your birthday. I mean, that's just, you know, no offense to anyone who lives in Florida. I got family that lives in Florida, but I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of weirdos in Philly, and they tend to like do some weird shit. But you shouldn't be comparing Yankee fans to them, and you shouldn't be saying that they are the most they are spoiled, but you know, they're not bad as like Philly fans in that aspect. So electric energy at the stadium, I'll start that off, as I just said. After Bregman shows up the Yanks with a first-inning home run, Giancarlo Stanton powers back with a two-run shot. He got the Yankees on the board in 3 straight games. Clap, clap for Giancarlo Stanton. He's really done well. He's really done better with his hitting, and specifically the power. Now, obviously, some people say, "Oh, well, you know, you're not a home run guy. You only like small ball." That's not true. I like home runs when they come. It's just, you know, when it doesn't work, stop trying to hit them and then start from square one again. So Stanton powers back with a 2-run shot. Herman had a little trouble in the 4th inning. We also scored another run, I believe, that inning, but Herman loses command in the 4th inning and gives a homer to Brantley and then an RBI double to Yuli Gurriel. So the game is tied at 3 from there. And the bottom of the 6th was a big inning for the Yankees. DJ LeMahieu had the bases loaded with 2 out. He advances on an E5, a throwing error from Alex Bregman. And unfortunately, at home plate, Martin Maldonado and Ruben Odor were both injured at home plate. Odor went on the IL. I don't think Maldonado went on the IL for the Astros, but I really wish both of them well, despite me having my grievances with the Astros team and their cheating from how many years ago. Maldonado, you know, hope he gets well, hope he, you know, gets better. So Stanton continues his, you know, hitting streak with an RBI single despite the home run as well, and the Yankees bullpen finishes the job. Ludge gets the win. Then you got Loaiza, Peralta, and Chad Green doing the job. Chad Green later lost the 3rd game, so that is unfortunate for him. But let's go on to Game 2. So Yankees strike first once again in this game with Jordan Montgomery on the mound. Stanton, 2-run homer again. I mean, extends his hit streak to 11 games. Obviously extending that in the 3rd game, but we'll talk about that. Montgomery stumbled to a little trouble in the 4th inning. Correa had an RBI fielder's choice. Gurriel had a double, but a great throw by Brett Gardner, getting the runner out at the plate. Also cut off by Gio Urshela, so we got to give credit to him. And then Aledmys Diaz doubled, so that made it 3-2. Then Stanton ties the game with an RBI double. I mean, it's just like he's carrying the load on his back for most of the series. And I'm not going to disparage all the other Yankees that haven't hit. But obviously you got to point him out. Judge had a bad day this day, Game 2. I think he had 5 strikeouts. I mean, listen, everybody has their bad days, but it doesn't mean it's right, right? He's a power hitter. Really hasn't done anything in the last couple of games, but when he starts doing stuff, we got to give credit to him, and when he doesn't, we can't just sit back and be silent. We have to criticize him. It's not fair that he doesn't get criticized or whatever. I mean, listen, I'm not going to hate on anybody here, but just saying, Judge hasn't been good in the last couple of games. Let's put it that way. So the Yankees rally in the bottom of the 8th, score 3 runs on a Hicks single, a Gardner sac fly, and a Stanton single. Hicks has come around. He almost got hurt in Game 3, which was really unfortunate. But Clint Frazier, he hit a home run in the next game, so let's go to that right now. As I said, starting off, every game, getting on the board, Giancarlo Stanton doing the best thing possible, hitting homer. Then Cole gives a game-tying home run to Yordan Alvarez. Obviously, he was not done there. He later hit another home run. He could be a Yankee killer coming in to, I don't know. What I'm saying like that is, he's going to be a Yankee killer for years to come, maybe. I mean, especially with the fact you're hitting off their ace, especially 2 home runs. I mean, that's something to say, and a good accomplishment for Yordan Alvarez. Clint Frazier, he attempts to break a struggle with a 2-run shot. He hasn't been doing well lately. I know a lot of Yankee fans are calling for his head. I'm staying patient with this. I'm not going to, say, oh my God, he should be sent down. Chris Gittens or Trey Omberg should be called up. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, he needs to break the struggle at some point, because if this goes on too long, this could, I wouldn't say cost a playoff spot, but this could probably hurt the Yankees offensively, A, or B, it could hurt his, potential for a spot maybe next year or maybe in years to come, because they do have some good outfielders in the minor leagues. Trey Omberg being one of them. He got a hot start in Scranton this weekend. I'll probably do a video on the minor leagues, because it's time to appreciate the fact that they're coming back and they're having a 6-game set every series, and it's just weird. But we'll talk about that in another video. As I said, Yordan Alvarez is his 2nd home run of the game. Then Chad Green and Justin Wilson both had tough days. They both gave up home runs. Altuve broke the lead with a 3-run shot. Good for him. I mean, I know Yankee fans were chanting "fuck his birthday," but I guess in a sense of revenge, it is a sense of revenge, because it is a 3-run shot. It gives your team the lead. Great hustle play by Gleyber Torres in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just heads-up base running. I mean, if it was someone like Gary Sanchez or someone who is really slow or doesn't pay attention on the bases or doesn't give it their all, especially after the game where Gleyber Torres was critiqued on his base running on that one chopper to the pitcher, he did a good job. Heads up base running. Nobody was covering third. Nobody was covering home. So it was a total mental error on the Houston Astros just in general. But good hustle by Gleyber, but unfortunately the Yankees lose this game. Justin Wilson gave up a home run late, but that extended the lead for the Astros, and they won 7-4. But the Yankees win the series, and with that, I'm going to close out this video just with a couple of topics, couple of thoughts. I really think it's it's stupid, because coming into the series, MLB knows that the Yankee fans are probably one of the most passionate, if not the most passionate fans in the MLB. And they come in here and start banning shirts and start banning, people, heckling. Listen, as long as you're not, I don't know, making threats or throwing stuff on the field, there should be no issues. That's a part of sports, The Yankees and the Red Sox have had rivalries for years. The Rays and the Yankees have had a rivalry for a couple of years now, ever since the Rays are emerging. So my point is, why are we putting a stop to this? Because, it just seems like Yankee fans are getting more of the punishment than the Astros are. And I know that's something weak to say, but in terms of that, it's just, the MLB's going soft. And with Manfred's leadership, with the things he's done in the last 3 years, it's not good. And, the MLB owners will continue to make their money, as the players will, so they won't say anything. But it's unfortunate for the sport that he's turning this sport into a literal gimmick. And, when it's not a gimmick, it's no fun. But with this video, thank you guys for coming out and watching. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Turn that notification button on so you get notified when a live stream pops or a video drops. I'll have stuff in the coming days. Giants, Yankees. I do want to make more Yankees videos just other than the recaps. So I'll probably have time for that either this week or next week. So peace out, everybody. Thank you very much. Go Yankees against the Nationals tonight.